What is up, you guys? Welcome back to Midlife Vibes, and we are back at Disneyland today to show you a Disneyland Resort update. And first things I've noticed that have changed are the pumpkins are back. They're up top. We got Minnie right there. We got Pluto. We got Donald. We got Mickey, Goofy. All the Fab Five are right there. But look it, they're only in one section. We're still missing a few over there on the other entrances. I wonder if they're gonna put them there. The Halloween time bunting is back, you guys. Look at this. I always love this with the Mickey Mouse pumpkin on it. The sign is awesome. The bunting is awesome. And if you look back at the Disneyland Railroad, there's some bunting up there, and even the flowers are nice and orange. Fall colors. Halloween time is here. The real question, I guess, is the big guy back yet? Have they put up the giant Mickey pumpkin? Let's find out. There he is. The big chief himself. The Mickey pumpkin is back, and it is a fan favorite. There is already a line at opening time right now to take your picture with Mickey. Just in case you weren't aware of it, when you're leaving the park, Mickey gives you a little wink goodbye right there. Gotta love this pumpkin. Now, walking down Main Street, I don't see all of the pumpkins out, but if you look closely, you can find a few hidden ones. Right over here at Elias Disney Contractors, you got one in the window, and right next to it right there. Becky's gonna be really sad though if they don't put out the Elvis pumpkin. I really do love the fall time and Halloween time here at Disneyland. I love all the orange and yellow bunting right on Main Street here. I only wish they would do something spooky with the castle. Now I know there might be a nighttime fireworks show, and I'm not even sure what it is this year, and they might have some spooky projections, but it would be really cool if they did something like they do for Christmas time with the castle. One thing I do love that they bring back every year is right around the Walt Partner statue, they got all these different pumpkins with Tarzan and Jack and Woody, and I can't walk that fast to get to the next one. Winnie the Pooh. I love Winnie the Pooh so much. Look at that, how cute that is. Oh my gosh, and then they got Tink over here. Who else? Oh, Roger Rabbit. I love it. What a classic. And last but not least, my favorite, Buzz Lightyear. I love that ride. So you can see right here, or maybe you can't because of the glare, but a lot of the French fry rocks are gone on this side. There are still some over here. They haven't started work over here yet. So they're doing work on the curb and they're removing all the French fry rocks. Thank goodness. Hopefully that'll open up the walkways a little bit. I'm curious to see what they replace it with. Are they going to leave the planters there, or are they going to remove them? I might try to get on Astral Orbiters to get an overhead view, but I don't think it's open yet. Yeah, I definitely have to say it's time for these to go. These are part of a design that was brought a long time ago, and most of the land is not even themed like this anymore. So it's good that they're getting rid of it. And in the future with the overhaul of Tomorrowland, I don't think it's gonna fit in. I literally think I might be the only one on this ride this morning. The park is so empty. It just opened up at 8 o'clock and nobody wanted to get on the rocket ride. Here we go. I will try to slow down when we pass by the rock area just so you guys can see it. So you could see that the rocks are completely gone now. And if you look closely right here, you can see they've put a new curb there, which I don't know if it really widened the pathway up, but it definitely has a curved effect where if you look at the one on the left where the rocks are still there, it's more squared off, and this one is more of a circular effect, which might help with the flow of traffic. I'm curious to see what they put there. You know, well, I'm sure they're just going to put a railing and some bushes there, but if you look right here, they have that big square box thing. Now, I believe that's what the rocks, the French fry rocks, were based on. I think they were built around that, and I believe that will go away. It's kind of weird, though, because they've already built the curb, and that is still there. So is it possible that they're going to use this for something else, or do you think they still have to remove it? What do you think it is? Or is it housing for something that might be a future projection or something part of one of the main shows on Main Street with the castle and the fireworks? Or is it going away? It just seems odd that they would keep it there and start building the curb work and doing that type of stuff without completely removing it. So that was definitely something interesting and worth seeing right there. Now, in Tomorrowland, you guys, they are redoing all of Tomorrowland coming up. They talked about some major refurbishments happening. I believe it's going to happen in stages, just like Campus Adventure is going to be happening. So I'm just so curious, like what they're going to do with the rides. Are we going to get new rides? Are we going to get refurbished attractions? What are we going to get in Tomorrowland? Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Are they going to get rid of the people mover tracks, you guys? That is something that is sitting here and just taking up a lot of space and not really accomplishing anything at all. I would love for them to tear it down and then re-put it back up and bring back the people movers, Disney. Something you are not getting this year is Ghost Galaxy. They're going to keep Hyperspace Mountain for a little while longer. Something interesting though, over here at Star Wars Path of the Jedi, they are doing some refurbishment right around there. I wonder if they're going to be doing a new show in there, what they're going to be doing. Is it just time to redo some of the planter work? Is this part of pixie dust magic or whatever you call it here? All this stuff that they're doing with all the repairs of widening everything for the crowds that never showed up. And what I'm most curious about is Star Wars Launch Bay. Like, what is going to happen to this building? This is a very large building if you really look at it. I believe it's just a wasted space. I mean, they have some interesting things in there with Star Wars Launch Bay, but they can do so much more. They can put a huge dark ride in there, a multi-level dark ride. I think that would be awesome. A trackless ride system is something that I just love, trackless ride systems, and I think they should do those more. So right here, they've turned off the front waterfall. Hey, monorail. And that is because part of the Matterhorn was falling down on some of the tracks. So they're doing some work right there. You can see there's a hole right in the side of the Matterhorn there. Look at that. Look at that hole right there. Wonder what they're doing there, but they got to make sure that this thing stays together with the ride going. So I believe half of the Matterhorn is open. The half on the Tomorrowland side is closed because that's where the pieces were falling off on that track. So hopefully they get this thing fixed and it's safe for everybody to ride pretty soon. I think coming through Batuu, I think that they could do something awesome in Halloween time here. I mean, there's the decor can be creepy at night. There's a lot that just looks amazing in here. Now, they don't even have to call it Halloween because I know it's an alien planet and I know they don't want them to be disturbing the immersiveness of this land, but what if they had some sort of creepy celebration, or just like they're mimicking the Earthlings by having their celebration here on Batuu. But I think they could do amazing stuff in here. That would, I mean, could you imagine Chewbacca dressed up as a stormtrooper or just something weird like that? It would just be really weird. But yeah, I think they should do something here in the future. I doubt they will, but I think it's completely awesome and I think they could totally pull it off. I have to say, I am gonna miss the creepy sounds and the weird lights coming out of here at nighttime, coming through here. It's just awesome. Big Thunder Trail during Halloween time. I am gonna miss that. Marianne, is that you? And it is almost time, you guys. Haunted Mansion Holiday is back. You can see our favorite little pumpkin there and the Pumpkin King right there, Mr. Jack. How you doing up there? But he is coming back and he will be back on September 6th right here. I'm just a few days early, so I am going to miss it, but let me show you around. As you can see, they got the naughty list hanging from the Haunted Mansion right there. You got Mr. Pumpkin Scarecrow over there. I love how they do the purple on this ride with all the pumpkin heads for the lights. And just, there are so many pumpkins. They had hundreds of pumpkins to the Haunted Mansion. Even back in the graveyard scene back there, there are pumpkin heads everywhere. I wonder if there's 999 pumpkin heads and skull heads. They have 0 days till Xmas. I think their days are wrong, but I guess in 2 days this ride's gonna open up and that's close enough to Christmas I need to be. Man, can you believe this ride's gonna be here for 2 months, over 2 months before it goes back to normal. I look forward to this every year, and then after a few rides, I'm like, I want the original back. I just need to show you this. The park has been open for an hour now, and look at this, you guys. There is almost nobody walking through New Orleans Square. Every single ride is a walk-on. I'm sure Space Mountain has maybe a 5-minute wait, but look at this. I mean, when do you see Disneyland like this? Now, I know it'll probably get crowded later, but still, even for a rope drop and for the first hour, usually you'd have more people than this here. Yeah, I'm lonely. Can you guys come and hang out with me? Now they put some construction walls up here, some scrim, and if you look at the trees, like it's like so wide open right here. So I'm wondering what they're doing. I'm gonna come around the other side here, see if I can see a different angle on what they're doing here. But it's crazy how they've removed everything. Oh no, they got it blocked off right there too. So it's really open right here, you know, with the Adventureland sign. I hear they're gonna make some sort of hut type of building, which they used to have right here, but maybe they'll do it on this side over here. I'm just not 100% sure, but I'm amazed. They must have trimmed back these trees or removed some because it is so open. Again, I just had to say how I hope they really put up all those pumpkins on Main Street. I see some in the windows over there, but I really hope they don't not do it this year because the party's not here. And you guys, they have a ton of new Halloween merch. I'll put a link to our Halloween merch video down below and maybe up top right here, so you guys can click on that if you want to check out all the different Halloween merch. I really liked all the merch this year. But now we're gonna head over to DCA to see what they're doing over there. All the Halloween banners are up. Again, I love the purple color. I love what they do in DCA. I think they do an awesome job in DCA. I want to see if they add anything new this year because of the party. But as you can see right here, our good friend, Mr. Oogie Boogie is back. And he has a lot of bats with him. What is with him and bats? Let's go inside and see what they got going on. So right away coming in, there's purple bunting everywhere. I love how they put the little bats on there. It just seems like in DCA it's a little spookier than over in Disneyland with all the Halloween decorations. They are still working on the track. I hear they're working on something with the track, so it is not going away. But I thought it would be, but you know, I would like to see where they're going to reroute it, because I don't think it makes sense for a trolley to go through Campus Adventure. Or maybe it does, or Adventure's Campus. Ah, I get that backwards. Hey, last year they had bunting up right here. I wonder if they're just not done yet, because they have bunting on the sides, they have bunting on the light poles, they have bunting on the snack shop. Where's my bunting? Oh no, they better put my crows back up there, or the bats flying out of the Carthay Circle Tower. I really love that one. I'm assuming they're just not done yet. Then also they're still missing the Headless Horseman, but if you look closely, they've taken out all of the flowers and stuff, so I think he's coming pretty soon. I really hope they bring him back, as he is a crowd favorite. They even have some really scary face pumpkins up there on Carthay Circle restaurant, and those are not your ordinary Disneyland pumpkins. Those are some super scary face pumpkins. And right here over by award winners, they have finished the construction of Mickey's PhilharMagic entrance. It is a new entrance, you guys. Look at that. Is that not beautiful or what? They got all the neon lights and everything going on there, and then they even have a red carpet entrance at the bottom. So in case you're worried about when you come in where you're gonna sit for when you get some award winners, they still have all the seating over here right next to the new entrance to Mickey's PhilharMagic show right there. And it was funny because they really needed to do this, because when I was walking by, there were some people going, oh look it, they have a new show. Even though this show has been around for a while, a lot of people didn't even know it was here, because you couldn't tell from the main street. You had to come to the back lot, which a lot of people don't do, and now they're able to really see it, and I think they're going to see attendance levels increase for this show. It is weird though, they still have the Mickey's PhilharMagic signage out here in the front, but when you go in here, it's all seating. It's more seating, which they definitely needed more seating for the award winners and the different food areas. Like behind us, let's see, way over there on the other side there, they have like a food stand and stuff with barely any seating, so you can walk over here and plenty of seating, but there is no entrance. It's just there's an exit behind this right here for the show, but there is no entrance on this side, but they still have the sign up. Wonder if that's gonna change. And this is the food truck I was talking about, and you can see there's really no seating over here, but they have little places you can stand up against, I guess. But if you really want to take your food and sit down and eat, you're really gonna need to go over to where we just were. But look at this. I didn't even know this, but look at, they have a Black Panther meet and greet over here. They've added signage and stuff. Maybe this has been here a while and I just haven't been to the parks in a little while, but you can see, look at how cool it is. They made an official meet and greet area right back in there for Black Panther. That's pretty awesome. I really am telling you that I think this is going to turn into part of Campus Adventure's Campus right here, because you can go back in there and meet Black Panther. Right over here you have the plane where you can meet Captain Marvel, and then they have all these things where, look at Captain Marvel. So I really believe that Hollywood Studios backlot is going away and that it is going to turn into Avengers Campus, probably phase 3 or 4. And right here in front of Guardians of the Galaxy, the walls are still so far out, but you can see they've added a huge crane back in there. Now it's not moving right now, but there is a huge crane there. I'm gonna try to get a better view from the other side, because really from this side you can't see much. I'm expecting a spectacular entrance from this side into the Avengers Campus. So on the other side of the Avengers Campus here, not a lot has changed. There's a lot of scrim up. The buildings are definitely vertical. You see a lot of metal work. That pole right there, I believe, is going to be where Spider-Man is swinging from, or a stunt Spider-Man, or an animatronic Spider-Man. Some sort of Spider-Man is going to be swinging there. And then back in there's going to be a brewery, and the second phase will be kind of behind the tower right there. You see this big tower? The second phase will be going there, and there'll be a second E-attraction ride going back behind that. So over here in Cars Land, I think they still have a lot of work to do, because they usually have radiators, the front of cars, as tombstones right here in the bushes, and I don't see them yet. And with this opening pretty soon, I think they're gonna need to get that going. I really hope they don't change much in Cars Land. I hope they just add more stuff. We have our first sign of Halloween here. We have the spark plugs, the crowbar, spiders just starting to pop up, starting to breed, starting to come alive in Cars Land. We're still missing the ghosts that they usually have over here. Or no, they have some of the ghosts. Oh, the little springy cars, but they usually have more like ghosts over here. And then we're missing also the scary oil barrels, the haunted oil barrels that are usually right here. So they just haven't done a lot yet over here. Ooh, I speak a little too soon. I see that they have the hanging chains with the spider hanging, spinning its chain web everywhere. And then I love this one where the cones are the teeth, and the tires and the eyes, and the mufflers as the eyebrows. That's probably one of my favorites right there. And then obviously my pumpkin gas can garden right here. I just love this. I think it's just so awesome with the spiders tending to it, making sure that everything's good with them and they're growing nice and big. Then you also have at nighttime, you'll see big spider webs lighting up there. So they usually have Bates Motel in there. It's like a Cars Land version of Psycho the movie, but it's not in here yet. I still think, I guess, since Disneyland's starting September 6th, I'm guessing Cars Land and this DCA side is going to be starting a little bit later. So glad the trunk or treat sign is back, and right behind this is probably my favorite shop and designs in all of Cars Land. Oh yeah, it's here. The car with the tree going out of it, and this thing smokes and lights up at night. It is super spooky, super scary. I'm about to come back and show you guys at night. And I love how they've done the top of this store. Raider Springs Happy Halloween with tarot cars and boutonnieres. Oh man, and then look at these scary guys right here. Look at these guys. Oi! Don't touch that. That's poison right there. That's poison, you guys. I almost touched it. Now, I would have melted. I don't want to melt. Radiator Springs famous horn plenty. It's a cornucopia of beautiful Halloween deliciousness. If you're a car, of course. Not of us. We don't drink motor oil and eat springs and spark plugs. I do have to say, I do love how they changed the signs here. Historic Route 66, road closed ahead. Thanks for being with us to the end of the line. And that's because the road is closed. Because Tomorrowland, or should I say Avengers Campus, is being built right back there. Wow, it's really crazy how one little land as Bugs Land was an access point in 3 different points to different lands, and now it's gone. It's like you can't walk through it. It takes shortcuts. You got to go around the long way. Oh, they already have Halloween bunting up over here on Rollickin' Roadsters. Let's go see. Oh, there's something on the tires. They've added orange stripes on there. It reminds me so much of Charlie Brown with the orange string lights going there. This whole place lights up at night in a beautiful Halloween scariness. Not so scary, but the spiders are scary. Oh, Stanley here's got the hat on. And I love this part because when they do the show, when they turn on all the lights in Cars Land, these windows all become eyes, and they're looking around and they talk and they make noises, and it's kind of scary, but it's fun all at the same time. It is just going to be awesome seeing this at night. I am going to have to come back and show you guys for sure, because there are a lot of cool things. This is probably my favorite land in all of DCA when it comes to Halloween time. How many people do you think walk down this highway right here, or this walkway, and don't realize it's themed after a stretch of highway, then you're going through a tunnel in the mountain? It'll be interesting to see if they do anything for Pixar Pier for Halloween time. I haven't heard of anything planned, and I haven't seen anything yet, but I'm wondering what they're going to do for the Oogie Boogie Bash over here on Pixar Pier, because it's a pretty big area of the park, and you think they're going to have to do something. I'm assuming they're going to do a show or something over here on the viewing area for World of Color, and they're going to do, well, they have World of Color, so they can't do too much of a show because they have a special Halloween time World of Color. Now over here at Redwood Creek Challenge Trail, they're going to have a lot of spooky things happening inside of here. They, you know, they do have little show areas and stuff, so I wonder if they're going to be doing any meet and greets in those show areas, or if they're just going to be doing shows. I see some scrim up around the rock work, so maybe they got some scary stuff already going on in there. I'm going to see. They're not letting us in, so I'm going to see if I can see anything from the outside. Oh, look, I found some candles, you guys. Little, what are these, candelabras? Are these, is that what they're called? All I know is they're spooky at night probably. And they're on both sides of the walkway as you walk through there. I wonder what kind of treats or tricks they're going to be playing on you in there. Looks like that's all I can see are just the candles. I was hoping to see more, but I hear there's going to be a Hades meet and greet in here, and maybe some more villains, but I'm sure it's going to be really awesome with all the lighting effects they do and everything, because this is a perfect place to have like a haunted nature forest area. Grizzly Riverrun is another ride I think they can do something totally spectacular with. They could really add a lot of crazy special effects at night and really spook you, because your heart's already racing on this ride, and for them to actually add more fog maybe on the upper mountain and maybe some scares, that would be really awesome. That's going to be it for our trip here in DCA, but I'm going to head over to one last thing, that's the parking structure, and show you the progress of the bridge and the little forest in front of the structure. So we have been waiting and waiting and waiting to see what they do with the kiosk over here at the tram drop-off, and they've made it a Disney Vacation Club kiosk. Of no interest for me whatsoever, but for those of you who want to learn more about Disney Vacation Club, you can go ahead and talk to a specialist right there. But at least they're doing something with it, because it was under construction for quite a while, and they tried many different things, so I think it'll be Disney Vacation for a while. Oh wait, before we get to the parking structure, I have just found the new Halloween theming for downtown Disney. It looks like I'm on the back side though, so I'm gonna have to come around and see what it looks like, because have you ever seen the backside of a pumpkin? So they've left up the Mickey topiary, but they've just added pumpkins. I thought they'd have faces on it, but they just don't. But you can see right there, there's Mickey having a good old time. Oh, wait, let's see if we get him with his ear. There he is, right there. Then these weird, I would call them 80s style paint, white pumpkins with these cool colors. And then you come over here and Minnie has neon pumpkins. I mean, that's what I'm just assuming. I've never seen any pumpkins this color before, but I'm glad they changed it up. Now let's go on the other side of the Uva Bar and see what kind of pumpkins they have there. I guess Pluto doesn't like pumpkins because they didn't put any there, but it looks like they've cleared some of the flowers out, so they might be getting ready to put some pumpkins there. Donald and Daisy and Goofy don't have any. Well, I'm assuming, I would think they would add more, but maybe they just ran out of pumpkins. Just when you thought your hopes and dreams were fading away, we found more pumpkins here in downtown Disney. I thought they weren't going to be able to put any more or have any more, but look at that, we have more pumpkins. I can always use more pumpkins. You can see right over here is the downtown Disney security entrance, and there is the walkway, you guys. They are getting close. They have to put some pavement down over here, which seems like they're almost done. Or that is maybe pavement with just some dirt on it, but the pathway, they've got all the foliage over it. It looks like it is almost done, you guys. They are very close, very close. I am going to say this will be open in a couple weeks. I heard mid-September, which is basically a couple weeks from now. Now let's go check out that bridge. And as I've been telling you guys, if you come to Disneyland in the morning, you're gonna park in Mickey and Friends, don't. Come down to Magic Way, turn right, and then turn right into Pixar Pals parking structure, because there is never a line, there's nobody waiting. It's the easiest way to park. As you can see from down here on the walkway, they're just doing some finishing touches on the bridge here. The bridge for the most part is almost completely done. Then right over here they have another walkway that they're working on to come to the street. They've installed a couple of signs that help direct traffic, because you know, people have no idea where they're going over here. They've installed an emergency staircase right here that goes to the bridge, so you can take the bridge and come down, and if you need to, walk down the street. You can see the pathway is complete right all the way down here to where I am standing. So that way, if you are at one of the resorts behind the park, you can just take this walkway in, and then you go through security and get into the park. But if you're taking the bridge, you have to go from the parking structure right there, second floor. Take the bridge and cross over and come into downtown Disney that way. So we're now on top of the parking structure, and you can see this beautiful forest over here is almost done. What a great area to wait for friends or your meeting. You can meet them here in the shade and then hop on a tram and go to Disneyland. You can totally tell they're almost done. The only place where they're not completely done is over by the other parking structure over there. They still have to do some cement work and tile work over there. But it is coming along nicely, and right over there too, you can see they're adding the second elevator, because we all know the one elevator wasn't enough. So with this second elevator, that should help everybody with strollers and scooters and wheelchairs, and encourage them to park over in the parking structure instead of Toy Story. All my friends like to park over at Toy Story, and I love the parking structure. You can see that's the stairway I was showing you earlier. I believe that's just an emergency exit stairwell. It will not be one that you can just use on a daily basis. I believe it will be closed. From the other side of the parking structure here, you can see how nicely that walkway just curves around, and they've got all the plants and stuff right there, and how it just joins down there at the bottom. And it looks like they have a little information booth maybe right down there at the bottom to help guide traffic, or that's just for the finishing touches of construction. They have a little shade area right there. I don't know. What do I know? But I like how it walks all the way down. It keeps you kind of secluded next to the parking lot. It's much better option, I think, than walking along the street this way, coming along this way, having to deal with this light right here. You used to have to cross over this way over here, but right now you have to cross here, and then you come all the way down, and then you cross over there. So that basically takes a lot of the pedestrian traffic out of the roadway, so you'll have less traffic, the lights will move faster, the traffic will flow better. It's just gonna be, it's an overall way better solution to getting to downtown Disney if you wanna walk in, if the tram lines are long. So that is it, you guys. Thank you for joining us today on this Disneyland update / Halloween update, construction update, just a general update. I think I'm gonna be doing these every month and just show you what's going on around the parks. If there's a lot of construction, it'll be mostly construction, because that's what I love, and I do love seeing new decorations like Halloween time, and then I can't wait for Christmas time to come. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with all your friends, hit the bell notification right down there so you'll be notified the next time we do one of these awesome videos. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll catch you next time.